Hey cuties, Peachy here. Welcome back to a new video, and in this video I'm going to be breaking down a full-on shot-by-shot of the new Monster High the movie trailer. I did react to this trailer in a separate video, so if you haven't seen that video already, go check it out. It will be linked in this video. I had to make one video for the trailer and reaction and one video, this video for the breakdown, so that if the trailer video gets demonetized and gets claimed, that doesn't have a big impact, because everything that I will talk about that's really important is in this video, which doesn't contain the trailer clip. But now let's get into it. We start off the trailer with having our first look at the Monster High school, and it's huge. This school is huge. I was not expecting it to be this big. You can literally see it's like a little city. I mean, that is just amazing. And obviously we hear in the background like, welcome to Monster High, from Miss Bloodgood. Headmistress Bloodgood is speaking, and we see some clips of the other students from Heath and Deuce that we already saw in the previous clips. And then the trailer starts with Frankie in the shared bedroom. You can see that they are getting charged up with electricity, and right next to them is their bed that looks like the Frankenstein bed that came out a long time ago with the Dead Tired series. Remember that one? Those beds were so iconic. So when Claudine enters the room, and then they explain their pronouns. So Frankie, says once again, they, them pronouns, they don't say, Frankie doesn't say non-binary, but they do say, pronouns. And that was such a cute little moment, like, because like nowadays, yeah, that's like a thing. So like, I'm just happy that it's a thing in this world as well, which just makes it feel much more human, which ironically enough is not something that's good apparently in this movie. But we'll get to that later. So Claudine says she uses she, her pronouns, and then Frankie points to the coffin in the middle of the room, and obviously we already know who this ghoul is. It's Draculaura. She's the one in this coffin shaped bed. Draculaura pops up and says that they should never knock on a coffin. So interesting. The actual coffin looks really comfy inside, and she seems to be holding some kind of scarf in her hand. We can see a really good look at her outfit here. I love the belt, her makeup, and then just overall the bedroom looks really nice. It's like basically a one-to-one copy of what we saw at VidCon, which is just really amazing. And we accompany them as they go on their way to their first class, Frankie and Claudine, and we can see the hallways of Monster High a little bit better, and there's bats flying around, there's a bunch of students, and it does feel like very like worn in, like it feels like it's a lot of people. It looks like, so I really like the ambient here. We are in the classroom of Mr. Como's, just like we saw in the previous clips we already went over in previous videos. They will be shown throughout this video as well, in the trailer as well, because obviously they mixed in a lot of clips that we already saw. Something that we haven't seen before is Ghoulia actually here do something, because we only saw a picture of her actually in the same position, but here we can hear her cackling, like, laughing. So I do hope that I know people don't want her to speak because that takes away a lot of iconicness of Ghoulia, the character, and I get that, but like I really hope that she doesn't just laugh all the time, I guess. I don't know, because I don't know why I automatically thought that because she's cackling here that's her thing now. I don't know, maybe, I don't think so. I don't think they would make her laugh all the time, but I'm just saying, like, I really hope that she either speaks or she has maybe like a speech impediment, and that's why she's kind of like very loud, I guess. I don't know, I feel like that could be a good kind of way to kind of do the best of both worlds, like let her speak a little bit but not too much where it's like it will infuriate all the Ghoulia Yelps fans, so like maybe a good balance. But I do love her nails. Oh my god, slay girl. And we can see that Claudine's here with her in this shot as well. I do want to see how she acts, because we haven't seen Ghoulia speak yet, which is I think on coincidence. It's not coincidence. It's done on purpose. They're doing this on purpose so people don't hear her speak, or if she speaks, I think that's on purpose. As this happened, we hear Headmistress Bloodgood say that strange girl, but obviously these clips are edited together. They're not actually taking place in the same scene, but it's funny how they kind of cut this together. We can see her drinking something so interesting, and I love her outfit. It looks really cool. Going back to the classroom scene, we actually get to hear more dialogue from that scene, where Mr. Como's asks, who is the most like dangerous like enemy for monsters. And then Cleo says humans. Here we can see Frankie and Claudine walking in the hallway, presumably after class, and we can see that they actually come across Laguna and Cleo, which these two do seem to be very like besties, kind of like best friends. So I really hope that Laguna's not a mean girl like Cleo, because for Cleo it makes sense, but I really hope Laguna's maybe just like kind of like, I mean, I hate to say this, but like I guess her sidekick, which I don't think that's really good, but like if I have to choose between Laguna being also like mean or just a sidekick who doesn't know any better, then I would rather her be a sidekick, because that way she doesn't get too corrupt with being like the mean girl trope. So I do hope we get to hear more of Laguna, and I hope she has her own personality and she's not just like Cleo's henchman, you know, like I feel like I really hope there's more to her than just being like Cleo's wing girl, you know what I mean, like just being Cleo's supporter. By the way, the actress that plays Cleo, is it just me or does she look like Victoria Justice a little bit? Like, come on, from certain angles, the cheekbones, the face, it looks exactly like Victoria Justice. Like, am I going crazy or but anyways, so Cleo actually says something really kind of mean, I guess. She says, oh, look at the little puppy or something like that, like a really I guess not nice remark to Claudine, and Claudine actually has a good comeback saying, who you calling little, or something like that. I'm paraphrasing, I have terrible memory, so like please just, I don't know what they say anymore, like literally, but something like that. Again, I'm paraphrasing basically. So that's cool that at least Claudine stood up for herself, and I mean, she is taller than Cleo even, so that does make, you know, so it is funny that Cleo would call her small, and then, you know, she's like, who you calling small? And then we actually get to hear more of Deuce saying, while he says that, we get some more clips of Cleo saying that don't listen to Cleo, she has mummy issues, you know, do you get the pun? Mommy issues. It's really dumb, but it's funny. And then when we actually cut back to his face, he's looking at Claudine with, you know, like, I see you eyes, and Claudine's looking back at him and like, I see you back, and like, okay, what is going on here? Am I sensing some some romance, some romantic tension? It can't be. Seriously, are these two gonna, you know, are they gonna become an item? Because I mean, we know that Cleo and Deuce have broken up, which is why probably Cleo is threatened by Claudine, because Claudine's the new girl. So interested. I mean, come on, they would not put this in the trailer, making Deuce look at Claudine like that, and then Claudine looking back at him like, you know, like, like very, I don't know. It's just like, you know, the look they're giving each other the look. I mean, I don't think this is a look that friends give each other, so I don't think so. Maybe, but I don't think so. Which is, I don't know, who knows what will happen. We did hear in the bio, remember the bio in the last video and one of the previous videos for Deuce, they specifically say that Deuce is able to like see the best in people, or like see through people, like their true intentions and stuff, and they specifically wrote also Claudine, so they really want you to know that Claudine and Deuce, you know, yeah, like they're important or something. So I really want to see more of like where this goes, this dynamic. I put this clip in with the, you know, the high five joke that they already showed in a previous video. It's a really funny clip. It's a little longer here, where, you know, Mr. Como says it's a celebration, it's a gesture of celebration or something like that. And then, I mean, it's just, yeah, it's the same thing, but it's very funny how Frankie just, you know, like 5 and that's just the way that they do it now, you know. And then halfway through the trailer, we really start to get an idea of the plot. So here we have a really nice shot of the outside of Monster High. It really looks nice, and we can see here Headmistress Bloodgood is saying something about there's someone who doesn't have like true monster heart, and if they don't find who it is, it might corrupt all of Monster High or something, which, like, how would that even work and why? I don't know. Just tomato tomato, you know, potato, potato. It doesn't really matter, does it? The plot demands it, so the plot shall receive we get various shots of different characters, like here with Cleo in a new kind of like maybe nightgown outfit. It looks so cute. And then here of a Deuce from before with the conversation that they have with Cleo, Claudine, I mean, about Cleo. And then here we have some shots of some of the cast in the cemetery. Heath, Julia, Abby, Laguna. By the way, all the characters in this movie have like unique coffin-shaped phones, which is iconic. But here they are all holding it and filming something. So I'm interested to see why are they all filming something and what are they looking at? But we actually get more shots later on of this cemetery. We also have this really cute shot of Abby at the coffin bin drinking some kind of, you know, mocha latte coffee. I don't know. It looks so cool. And again, we get a better look at the coffin-shaped iPhone knockoff for this Here universe. Is that infamous Laguna shot where she shows her sharp teeth. When everyone saw this in like the rough version of the VFX, everyone lost their minds. It was super funny and cringe. And I mean, I'm happy that it's a little bit better here. It's more refined. But I don't know what about it, but like the shape, like the placing of the mouth is just a little bit off. So like, it's not perfect, but it doesn't have to be. It's just like for a couple of seconds, and hopefully they don't use this effect too often in the movie. And here we go back to where Mrs. Bloodgood is actually talking about these things with Mr. Komos and the three ghouls in this hall, the Monster High Hall, the entrance here. I guess things are kind of, I would say this is maybe like at the halfway point in the movie where stuff is starting to go, awry. It's not going well anymore. Stuff is breaking, and I guess they got all the ghouls together to tell him. And we can actually see here, here's Cleo as well under the big gargoyle, and it almost hits her, but of course Claudine saves her at the last second. And then we see here Claudine and the ghouls presumably are all back in their dorms talking about what to do next, what's happening. And here we can see them all in the graveyard once again, and then they are entering some kind of place, some tomb perhaps, an underground laboratory, as Mr. Komos was talking about. And they show a map here as well. I don't know whose hands those are. Frankie's? I don't think those are Frankie's hands. So, or maybe, I don't know. I don't know, but we see a Monster High map here, and then we can actually, so here's actually Frankie and Claudine looking at the map, and here's another gag with the, high five joke, and then Claudine says, we're gonna have to work on that, so, and here we get a shot of Frankie and Claudine at some kind of gate. I assume that this gate is like before they get into the graveyard, so this is like the gate to the graveyard, and I'm guessing that Dracula is at the graveyard already doing some kind of potion, and that's where the whole dance sequence will happen then with the whole, the three of us song. And then all the ghouls enter this mysterious underground laboratory. I'm not sure, but it looks very ancient. We can see there's a lot of electricity, those things in the center, and then there's a lot of potions. And in this room specifically, I wasn't sure what that was. Is it a person? Is it a statue? I'm not sure. So let's see what happens there. And then this door seems to be locked. I don't know what's in there, or what's keeping it out inside. I don't know. It sounds like there's something big in there. At the same time, we go back to Cleo looking in the mirror, seeing that she has a pimple on her nose. Now, this obviously reminded me of that one episode that I actually looked at. I reacted to this episode in a recent Monster High episode reaction video, where I reacted to the first volume, half of the first volume of the Monster High webisodes on YouTube that came out a really long time ago. In one of those episodes, Frankie gets a pimple because she eats some like weird candy, and then at the end Cleo does the same and she gets some pimples on her face as well. So that completely reminded me of that scene in that episode, specifically when she screams here, the actress. It reminded me so much. It's right out of the episodes. I love it. They must have known. It has has to be a reference. It has to be. Go back to the graveyard with that scene with Heath, Laguna, Julia, and Abby. But here is a close-up, and we can see that there's even more people at the graveyard. Cleo and Claudine, Deuce, and Dracula are all there as well. Frankie as well. It cuts back to a different scene where the ghouls are also looking at something big and screaming. So these two scenes must have some kind of a correlation where there's obviously some kind of big monster or something going on, and they're all frightened of it. And that's the same thing at the graveyard. I guess this is like Ghoulia Yelp's introduction. I don't know. Maybe I think they purposefully put this into this they cut this clip in right between, so we would assume that perhaps Ghoulia is the thing that everyone's looking at, but it wouldn't make sense because Ghoulia is like right there in the band, like right there in the group. So I think it's something else, obviously, and I think this is just an introduction to Ghoulia Yelp's character at the beginning of the movie, because she is literally like coming out of the ground here just like a zombie would. So that's really iconic. I love this visual. We cut back to the graveyard scene one last time, and we can see Deuce just took off his glasses, and we can see that he is now trying to aim at whatever's there to turn it into stone, because I mean we can literally see his eyes close up, which by the way, great makeup, good job, VFX, or if those are contact lenses. I don't think so. I think it's a mixture of contact lenses and like VFX to make him look brighter. So it looks really nice here, this shot. But I think obviously it doesn't work. It's not enough, because whatever this thing is, it pushes him back to the ground. He goes flying. So that happened. And once again, everyone's filming something. Why is everyone filming? And then our last shot of the trailer is Claudine sitting at seems like a really old abandoned desk, or maybe this is like the library, and she hears someone, and it's a growl. We can hear a growl, and she calls out, "Who's there? You know, is someone there?" You know, that cliche. And then it cuts to black. We hear more growling, and then she says, "Oh no," or something like that. So yeah, that's the whole first trailer. And then it fades back to the title card. Monster High movie coming in October 6th. So yeah, this looks so good. The movie looks way better, all finished with VFX like this. The effects look really good. And it looks like a lot of fun. Obviously, the music we already knew was going to be a bop. I cannot wait for the soundtrack. The sound effects, the lighting, the set designs, they all look good. They all look so good as well. And I just love how the Monster High, the school looks so big in those two shots. It looks so big. I love it. It feels like an actual like really mini like real world, you know, like a real place to be. And I especially loved when there was like a lot of fog and we could see like a little tentacle in the fog. That was so crazy. So yeah, it looks like so much fun. I love the plot. I can already see some kind of beats to the plot. I watch a lot of movies, so I think I can already predict the plot basically. But either way, I mean, hey, I am super excited and I cannot wait to see more of this movie. Trailers hopefully more trailers in a few weeks, next month, maybe. I don't know, probably not. They just released one trailer, so probably gonna be a little while. But yeah, overall, super excited. I cannot wait to see this movie. But yeah, that was the video. I hope y'all enjoyed. Be sure to give me a big thumbs up if you did. Be sure to leave me any thoughts or questions you may have down below. Let me know what you thought of this video, of the trailer. Are you excited? Let me know your thoughts down below. And as always, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell if you haven't already, so you don't miss out when I post more Monster High movie news just like this, Monster High animated show news, doll news, a bunch more content coming your way daily, and keeping up to date with all the doll tea you love. Stay safe, be kind. I hope this next time, stay peachy. Kisses.